Welcome back to Milton Mo Junction. As you can see, I've completed all the ballasting for the tracks going through the back seam, and I've also done all the scenery or the greenery that goes either side of the track. So anything you see going through the gap, if you do happen to see anything, it's sceneried, so that probably the only position you'd see it, hopefully anyway, is right from where I am. So that's now pretty much completed, apart from of course weathering the track and ballast, so that'll be a later job. My next job is going to be running a 12-volt DC buzz wire around the track, so I can light the signal box, sorry, not the signal box, the telephone box, and some lights at the end that I've completed, and later for buildings etc. On this side and the engine shed side. So I shall be doing that next, and testing out the telephone box light and a street light in the car park. And then the next job is probably going to be designing a hill or building the hill in the position you're now looking at. So I'll come back when I've done a bit more, show you what I've been up to. As I mentioned, I've now put in a 12-volt bus wire around the layout, and now fitted the telephone kiosk and the street light up to it, and they're all wired in. I'll just, obviously that's without the lights on, I'll turn the light on and you can see it a bit better or clearer, but that was what it looks like with the lights off. And it's just given me an idea. This street light is adjustable in height. And what I might well do is get another one now and put it across the other side a little teeny bit lower. I'll push it down a bit so it's not quite so high, and that'll light up the crossing on that side and give a little bit more interest. So that's what I might do when I get another order in for electric, so I'll get another one of those street lights. But in the meantime I'll go back to the scenery that I was working on round by the coal yard, and to cover up the gap in the scenery, or where the track goes through the scenery. So I'll come back when I've done a bit more on that. Well, as you can see, I haven't yet built the hillside. I'm still waiting for some foam, which I thought would be the easiest way to do it. So I've ordered some foam to build up the hill there, so I can cut it to shape. That should be turning up hopefully tomorrow, so I can get on with that. In the meantime, I had a little rethink about a bit of track work. I had a spare point laying around, so I've fitted it in on that side in there, and it runs along here. Now the thinking behind that, and why I didn't do it in the first place, was because I thought it would diminish the length of the siding, but because I angled it a bit now, it was a bit longer anyway, and I don't particularly want them too long anyway, so there's no reason not to put it in. And also it gave me an extra bit of track for storage of a couple of shunters. If I do a bit of shunting here, I can store some shunters on this bit of track. And I thought I'd take it a little bit further, and I may well put in this coaling stage there, because I've painted all that coaling stage and I'm really pleased with it, and it does seem a shame not to use it. So I have a couple of choices. I can either have it as a coaling stage, which may get used infrequently by perhaps a visiting steam engine on a rail tour or whatever, or I could just have it derelict and make it a little bit older. I've still got a water pump and a little crane to fix to it. But the other thing was, I thought I'd run the track further on and then just have it ending up here somewhere, take away some of the track but leaving the sleepers, as if it's a disused track that did used to go somewhere, perhaps before the diesel depot was in place. So that'd be quite a nice little scene I can make. I quite like the idea of a disused track there. So that'd be quite a nice little scenic idea. It's not exactly the position it's going to be. I've got to build a little bit more baseboard here, but I shall get on with that. Gives me a bit more scenery to do and make a decision about this later. I mean, I might put it in position and then weather it later or make it look disused later. The track at this end anyway will certainly be disused, so it wouldn't really matter how I do it, but I'll come back when I've done a little bit more. Okay, this was my idea. I ballasted it and just waiting for it to dry at the moment. I ballasted it and put the sleepers at the end of the track. I've only done up to there for the minute. What I shall do is, obviously, once I've weathered the track and the ballast, I'll put lots of greenery and growth over it, and at the end of the rail what I've decided to do is make an earth mound, as if they haven't bothered to put a sleeper, a buffer there. They've just put an earth mound, and on the track up against the earth mound I might put a sleeper to stop the wheels or anything that overruns, but that'll be that. This whole bit will be overgrown. So just as I said, I'm waiting for that to dry. One thing I did buy is I got this little dinky toy, which is 1/43 scale apparently. It's not in particularly good condition, lots of paint missing, etc., but I'm quite pleased with that, because I shall weather it and rust it a bit, and that can be used to manoeuvre the coal in the coal yard. So pointless getting a pristine collector's sort of edition, and I shall use that. So can't think of anything else I can do at this minute. I might carry on with the ballasting, but we'll see. So I'll probably put this video up now and call it a day as far as the video is concerned. So the usual, if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. Please subscribe if you wish, and that's about it. Bye for now. Bye.